If you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life, Darkspawns search endlessly for an archdemon. When they find one, Darkspawn armies surge up from their corrupt barrows beneath the ground, and a blight begins. Grey Wardens are the only warriors capable of destroying an archdemon, and history always honors the one who sacrifices all to kill the beast. In the fifth blight, the Warden was the hero of Ferelden, a mage living in the Circle Tower at Lake Calenhad. Drawn into an escape plot by another mage, the hero became snared in the Circle's dangerous politics. Duncan, a Grey Warden, helped the mage escape to a new life as a warden. The allied Ferelden and Grey Warden forces met in Ostagar, where King Kaelin's armies and a host of wardens gathered, ready to destroy the Darkspawn. But valor turned to despair as Loghain betrayed his king. Kaelin's forces were slaughtered, and the south was lost. The hero, now a full-fledged Grey Warden, survived with the aid of Flemeth, the mysterious witch of the wilds. Joined by Flemeth's daughter, Morrigan, and a Grey Warden named Alistair, the hero set out to build an army strong enough to abolish the Blight. With the traitorous Loghain now seated on Ferelden's throne, the Warden sought help from the influential Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. However, they arrived in Redcliffe to find the town under siege. As each night, undead rose in waves and assailed the battered village. With the hero's help, the people of Redcliffe stood fast against the undead horde. The Wardens reached Arl Eamon's castle only to find the Arl lying at the edge of death, and his court fallen into madness. To save his father's life, Eamon's young son, Connor, had made a deal with a demon, and quickly fallen victim to its possession. The hero intervened, freeing Connor from possession, and breaking the demon's hold over Redcliffe. But deals with demons are never straightforward. The demon agreed only to save Eamon's life, not restore him to health. Arl Eamon needed a miracle to recover. The hero located an urn containing the sacred ashes of Andraste, which were said to cure any ailment. The urn was protected by ancient traps, tests of will, and a dragon-worshipping cult that wanted to twist the urn's power to its own ends. The urn remained pure, but mysteriously disappeared after the Wardens departed. Only the temple dedicated to it still stands. With a pinch of the ashes, the hero restored the Arl to health. Informed of Loghain's treachery, Eamon swore his political and military support. The circles of Magi are bound by oath to aid the Grey Wardens in times of blight. However, Lake Calenhad's tower could offer little help. One of its mages, Uldred, had become possessed by a pride demon and was twisted.
What? What?
Other circle mages into abominations. The hero brought the tower under control using the rite of annulment to eliminate every mage. Grateful for the help, the tower's Templars joined the Warden's army. The allies gained at the Circle were not the only soldiers to join the Warden's forces, however. Dalish elves don't usually make alliances, but even deep hatred can be set aside in the face of oblivion. An ancient curse was destroying Ferelden's largest Dalish clans, turning the elves into werewolves. Zathrian, the clan's keeper, claimed that the cure required the heart of the great wolf, Witherfang. Years before, Zathrian himself had afflicted a group of humans with the curse that now ravaged his clan. As long as he lived, the curse endured. Swayed by the pleas of the Lady of the Forest, the hero eliminated the Dalish Blights may happen hundreds of years apart, but the dwarves who live below the surface of Thedas fight Darkspawn every day. No one is better schooled in battling Darkspawn than the warriors of Orzammar, except perhaps their allies of old, the Grey Wardens. The hero arrived in Orzammar in the wake of King Endrin's death to find political factions fighting for control of the dwarven capital. Only the vote of a venerated paragon could break the deadlock to elect a ruler, and order the dwarves to honor their Grey Warden treaty and join the battle against the new Blight. The hero set off to find a paragon named Branka, who had disappeared into the Deep Roads in search of a legendary artifact, the Anvil of the Void, created by the renowned smith Caridin to forge mighty war golems. With Branka's help, the hero restored the Anvil of the Void, and a small army of powerful golems joined the Warden's forces. The hero emerged from the Deep Roads with a master-forged crown to bestow the Paragon's favor upon whichever rival candidate would be crowned king. Balin, the youngest son of King Endrin who was suspected of foul play, or Haramont, the aging traditionalist backed by the Dwarven Assembly.
I chose Haramont.
Lord Haramont claimed the crown of Orzammar. His traditionalist values keep dwarves first in all things, and safely as far underground as possible. With Dwarden's strength now bolstering the Warden's army, the hero had to deal with Loghain, so Ferelden could stand unified against the Darkspawn before the Blight swallowed the world. The kingdom of Ferelden stood divided. While some nobles supported Loghain's regency, others condemned his inaction against the Darkspawn. Civil war brewed, and Arl Eamon called a landsmeet in hopes of curtailing the conflict and removing Loghain from the throne. Loghain was found guilty of treason, and the hero carried out his execution in Denerim's palace. As the Warden's united army massed in Redcliffe, the Darkspawn overran Denerim, laying siege to Ferelden's capital city. The hero's army fought valiantly through Denerim and broke the Darkspawn's siege. On Fort Dracon's highest tower, the hero's strongest allies fought alongside the Warden in a final heroic battle against the massive Archdemon. The hero of Ferelden paid the ultimate price.
We'll start Inquisition after the video keep plays.
The life of a Grey Warden given to kill the Archdemon and end the Blight. With no Archdemon to lead them, the Darkspawn scattered. Most fled underground, still teeming in number and always seeking a new Archdemon to awaken. The shattered kingdom of Ferelden embarked on a long journey to recovery. In the Blight's aftermath, strong leadership was crucial. Honora McTeer, daughter of Terran Loghain and widow of King Kaelin, assumed the throne of Ferelden after the Fifth Blight was ended. Ferelden still stands, as obstinate and resolute as the Dog Lords ever are, but the events of the Fifth Blight loom over it as the nation rebuilds. For people across Thedas, legends of the hero of Ferelden remain the nation's brightest beacons of hope during its darkest times. It all began in Kirkwall, the fall of Knight Commander Meredith, the Kunari Uprising, and of course, the Chantry's destruction and the onset of Mage Rebellion. One person always stood amidst the swirling chaos: Hawke, the champion of Kirkwall. The Hawke family fled Lothering, refugees from the Blight. Leandra, mother of the champion, and siblings Bethany and Carver, hoped to find refuge at her family's estate in Kirkwall, far to the north. As a mage with a family legacy of magic on both sides, Hawke naturally became involved in the events that ultimately led to the Mage Rebellion. The Hawks escaped the Blight with the help of Aveline Valen, a warrior and family friend. It's said that the family was also aided by Flemeth, the notorious Witch of the Wilds. Hawke's sister Bethany never reached the Free Marches. She was killed by Darkspawn while defending her family. The family's first years in Kirkwall were difficult. Leandra's brother Gamlin had lost the family fortune. The Hawks lived in poverty, forced to indenture themselves in return for entrance to the city. To pay off the debt, Hawk was forced to work for a band of mercenaries. All the while, Hawk and Carver did their best to hide Hawk's magic from the Templars. Opportunity eventually struck in the form of a dwarf named Bartrand Tethras, who was planning an expedition to the Deep Roads. It was a long shot, but with gold gained from the expedition, Hawk could free the family from its criminal creditors and further Templar scrutiny. Hawk met a rogue Grey Warden named Anders, who possessed detailed maps of the Deep Roads. These maps were crucial to the expedition's success. Once Hawk obtained them, everything else fell quickly into place. Carver joined Hawk on the expedition. The siblings found ancient dwarven treasure and a statuette formed from a strange red lyrium. Carver fell victim to the blight that suffuses the Deep Roads, but Anders led him to a group of Grey Wardens who were able to save his life. The gold Hawk recovered from the Deep Roads brought back Leandra's stately childhood home in Hightown. The Hawks had barely settled into their new home when Leandra was murdered. A deeply sinister and twisted killing. Hawk hunted down Quentin, the blood mage responsible, but could not prevent Leandra's death. Leandra's tragic death was part of a critical problem facing Kirkwall. Rising tension between the city's mages, who felt increasingly oppressed, and Templars, who grew increasingly suspicious of their activities. Adding to the strain, a large contingent of Kunari had also established themselves in Kirkwall, much to the growing discomfort of the city's rulers. After their dreadnought was shipwrecked many years before, a group of stranded Kunari were allowed to remain in a cordoned-off area in Lowtown. As time passed, the Kunari made no effort to return home, and offered no explanation about why they remained. Tensions rose to a breaking point. Revered Mother Patrice, convinced the Kunari were a threat to the Chantry's faith, incited violence between the Kunari and the Kirkwall populace. Hawk knew that Patrice would bring about unnecessary conflict. Though the champion tried to stop her, Patrice orchestrated the murder of Seamus Dumar, a Viscount's son and a recent convert to the Qun. When her crime was discovered, a Kunari assassin killed her. After Seamus was murdered, the Arishok of the Kunari group lost patience with the humans of Kirkwall. They would now submit to the Qun or die. The Kunari struck hard and fast. They took the palace in Hightown and beheaded the Viscount to immediately quash any resistance. Aided by Knight Commander Meredith and First Enchanter Orsino, Hawk reached the palace and stood toe-to-toe with the fearsome Kunari leader. Hawk fought the Kunari leader. The fierce battle resulted in the Arishok's death and the liberation of Kirkwall from its brief occupation. The Kunari quickly withdrew from the city entirely. Hawk saved Kirkwall and earned the grudging respect of the city's Templars, mages, and nobility, along with the title that history remembers, the Champion of Kirkwall.
Yes, I did.
Kirkwall's problems were still not over, however. After Viscount Dumar's death, Knight Commander Meredith took power and blocked all attempts to appoint a new Viscount. Under Meredith's command, the Templars tightened their grip on the mages, planning to suppress what Meredith saw as a growing rebellion. Anders, who spent years fighting for justice and freedom for his fellow mages, saw that the time for negotiation was past. He destroyed Kirkwall's chantry, killing hundreds, including Grand Cleric Elthina. This single act began a rebellion that spread from circle to circle, until all circles of Magi had risen up in defiance against chantry rule. There was no forgiveness for what Anders had done, and he asked for death at Hawk's hands. Hawk fulfilled the troubled mage's final request, and many others died along with Anders that day. Fighting spread swiftly through the city. Some mages rebelled openly, many of them succumbing to possession. Templars turned their swords on mages who rebelled, and on those who did not. As First Enchanter Orsino refused to bend to the Templars, Knight Commander Meredith demanded that every mage in Kirkwall be put to the sword. The Templars found an ally in the champion, who fought alongside them to quash the rebellious mages. In the end, the Templars placed Hawke on the Viscount's throne, for a time at least. The battle proved one thing. Knight Commander Meredith had gone mad. Hawke saw the truth of it when Meredith unsheathed her sword, and the red lyrium idol from the deep roads was embedded.
Oh, hello, fun-sized. Thank you for stopping by. I thought I'd go ahead and do this to show my choices from earlier games. And before I start Inquisition. Give you a shout out right there.
Within it, the blade fueled her hatred and paranoia, as it had for months. After a horrific battle, the red lyrium of the Knight Commander's sword consumed her as she died. Meredith became a statue, her face a frozen mask of horror. Little is known of the champion since that final battle. However, Hawke's story lives on in legend and song. Memories of the indelible changes the champion of Kirkwall brought to the face of Thedas. The Mage Rebellion in Kirkwall was felt throughout Thedas, the news spreading like wildfire. The Templars clamped down in response, but each new restriction only made things worse. Led by Grand Enchanter Fiona, the mages voted for independence. The Circle of Magi would govern itself, without the Chantry and especially without the Templars. The result was cataclysmic. 2 circles were destroyed. Those within killed to the last mage, before the rest fled into the wilderness. Perhaps the mighty Empire of Orlais could have intervened in the war before it began, but that was not to be. Grand Duke Espard began a deadly civil war against Empress Celine, vying for the Orlesian throne. The mages were offered safe haven in neighboring Ferelden, but the Templars followed, and so their battle spread across all of Thedas. As head of the Chantry, Divine Justinia ordered the Templars to stand down. They refused, declaring their own independence. Thus, the war began in earnest. Templars hunting mages, mages fighting Templars. Their clashes wreaked untold destruction, and all sense of order was falling to pieces. Divine Justinia made one final desperate bid to end the war. She approached the leaders of both sides and convinced them to come to a conclave held on neutral ground. With the Chantry to mediate, mages and Templars will talk for the first time since this all began. It is our last, and perhaps our only, chance for peace.
Okay, now that that's done, I'm switching this back to strict. So I usually have it set to for blocking privacy. And I'm also going to get rid of this. I don't need that anymore. I just had that for the browser. Now I'm going to start up Inquisition. Yeah, I changed it to that specifically for this. It was like something with Mass Effect before. I probably could have my graphics set higher than what they currently are, but when I have it set to automatic, it just sets them to these, so I'm going to see how this looks. I might change it later. I'm also going to have to adjust game volume and sound through this because I have no idea how everything's going to sound. Oh, tell your cat I said hello back. Well, new game. Oh wait, crap, I forgot to do that. I forgot to import the character data. Yeah. I don't know if I need to. Oh, I probably didn't. I probably could have just alt-tabbed out of that. Yeah, I know I need to try to talk a little bit louder too. Forgot to import that stupid data. I didn't think about that. Okay, so that get that done real quick. How did I forget that? Yeah, I usually talk a little softer normally. I usually only talk louder when I'm streaming. And then I'll have to keep this open to make sure it transferred right. I can get that little code that it shows. Export. Okay, it shows the little date there, and I gotta keep this open to make sure it matches. Okay, my dog was sitting on my lap, but now she wants off and wants onto the bed. There we go. Yeah, it'll be an adjustment, like figuring out where the volume levels need to be for this game. I like the little explosion at the beginning when you push new game. I'm going to be a human. Human are the most numerous and powerful race in Thetis. They also are the most divided politically and seem to thirst for conflict. Human characters receive a bonus ability point at the start of the game. I'm also going to be a... I'm going to be a... I know I'm going to be a warrior, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be a weapon and shield or two-handed. Kind of want to go two-handed so I can become a tank. Go that route. Because I've never actually been the champion class. Yeah, I've gone through a warrior and chose this champion specialization. Yeah, I know I can have both. Just not sure. Yeah, I think I'll go two-handed for now. I usually play on normal. Wait, is it? Am I playing as a man or a woman? No. No, I just want to go back. Back. Back, back, back. Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to go that far back. I wonder how many times we're going to see that play. Okay, there, now it is. Now it should be a guy. Okay, now it definitely is a guy. As the youngest child of the Zervalian noble house, you grew up in the free marcher city of Ostwick, and have enjoyed a life of privilege. With close family ties to the Chantry and many relatives among the priesthood and Templars, you are always expected to follow a similar path in service of the Maker. regardless of how you feel about the matter personally. Willing or unwilling, you were sent to the Chantry's conclave to assist relatives who sought to make peace between the Templars and the mages. It didn't go well. Yes. Boarding the keep. Let me check, make sure that's right. 9/19/2019, 14:37:51. 9/19/2019, 14:37:51. Yep. I can close the browser now. Accept. Confirm. Last time I played through this, I played with everything like on low setting when I was streaming on my old laptop. So it'll definitely be an improvement with everything on medium settings with an actual graphics card. I don't know what my computer was using before. I also planned a romance Dorian this time. Side with the Templars, romance Dorian. Miss out on that tiny little bit of flirting at the beginning. See how the relationship will be a little bit different. I was gonna... I don't know what I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought.
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the rest.
Look at me, I'm bald. And I have a handlebar mustache, and I kind of look old-timey. Actually, I kind of like the bald look. Kind of actually like the tattoos on this guy. I might choose this as the base and... Do you know... Where's the voice? I want the voice to be the English voice.
I just hope I can help.
I just hope I can help.
Oh, it already was the English voice.
As long as the job gets done, I don't care about the rest.
Yeah, I'm not really caring for the way the mustache looks. I know I could probably alter some stuff. I might do it this way. No, I like the bold look. It seems like it gives it too much of a shine right there. I don't like that. Yeah, the way the beard looks at it must be my graphics settings or something. That the beard does not look right. When it actually has that. Has the extra crap on it. I do not like the way that looks. That does not look right. It just looks off. Oh, this doesn't really look right either. full stubble option. Oh, that still kind of seems a little off to me. I don't know why. What's the difference between this one and this one? Okay, nice. Yeah, I kind of like this one a little bit, a light stubble. Not too much, and you can see. Yeah, I don't know how to like manually do the mods with Dragon Age Inquisition. I usually use the Nexus mod manager. I'm too afraid to manually do it myself. Yeah, this will be good for me. Yeah, I actually kind of like this. I might mess with the ears a little bit. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Kind of like the complexion. I'm basically going to choose a template. I kind of like the way the head looks. I don't really want to change a whole lot. Okay, there's got to be something for eyebrows, too. Actually, I kind of like the way this guy looks anyway. I don't really want to change a whole lot. I'm like, I just said that. Eyebrow style, there we go. Oh, I like to look at that there, but there must be like a little scar or something in that area. I think this will be good. I'm definitely going to change eye colors. It's the outer iris color. Inner iris colors will be purple. Inner iris colors are bright purple. If I do it all the way, you can see the purple in these eyes. Now when you look, you can kind of see purple and green. Yeah, I think I like this look. A little bit of green outside, purple on the inside. I think I'm actually pretty good with everything else. Might mess with the ears. I don't think I really need any eyeshadow. Yeah, he doesn't need any oh, now I see him without the eyeshadow. Kind of looks off. Under eye color, I'm not going to mess with that. I'm not going to mess with any of this because I don't want to throw the look off. Now, don't think his eyes are as dark as they were before. Scars and tattoos, there we go. I'm not seeing any scars appear. I'm just gonna say he has no scars. I made this. Yeah, I think this is actually good for me. If I spend too much time in this, I won't have a... Are you oh, okay, the scar. You mean the... Okay, yeah, I'm still not seeing that. I don't really want him to have scars anyway, but it's a little odd that I'm not seeing anything at all. The nose looks okay. And I'm gonna see ear size. Yeah, he's got Dumbo ears. that doesn't. Okay, that doesn't look right. Now he has tiny soulless-like ears. Oh, now I wish I hadn't messed with that. It's about in the middle, kinda. Maybe a little bit lower towards this end. Yeah, I think I like this. This is my character. I'm going to name him Alphonse. I'm gonna have to bring up my browser because I'm not exactly sure how to spell that. I think I know how to spell it though. A-L-P-H. Yep. A-L-P-H-O-N-S-E. A-L-P-H-O-N-S-E. Accept. Sometimes I go into more detail about creating a character, sometimes I don't. But I kind of like the way the preset looked. Just had to change a few things. I didn't know how much. Notice how much eyeshadow I had.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
That's horrible.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Explain this.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need him, Cassandra.
I kind of want to be good. Like, choose more good responsives. So that might be a combination, maybe more sad or this. But my character is going to be sad.
I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me. But then...
Go to the Ford Camp, Liliana. I will take him to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that.
This one did. Unless we act, the Breach may grow until it swallows the world.
Yeah, I feel like I spent too much time with the character creator.
Each time the Breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
How could it stop this?
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the Breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
I understand.
Then...
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Okay, that music sounds a little loud to me. Maybe not. We'll turn down sound effects a bit.
Open the gate. We are heading into the valley.
Gonna take a minute to maybe get used to all the controls again, because I'm used to just clicking, being able to click and go somewhere.
Micah!
I gotta remember that too.
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred
Man, space is Jim.
Stay behind me!
Combat.
Make it!
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now!
All right. Have it your way.
Wait. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless.
Alright, I'll see you again.
I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
I also need to...
Take these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
I also
Where
need to
are
remember
all your
to-
soldiers?
Yeah.
At the fort
I need to remember to make a screenshot.
camp or fighting. We are on our own for now. There! Watch out! If we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
Alright. Wrap with them.
Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Okay, let's get up there then. started on this a little bit sooner. But I did not.
Ah! They're falling from the breach!
I just littered. Keep items for later. Gotta head up this way now.
We're getting close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Quickly! Before more come through!
What did you do? I did nothing. The credit is yours.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass-deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Are you with the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
Nice crossbow.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Ah, isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well-versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any Circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed, regardless of origin.
When this is over.
And what will you do once this is over?
One hopes those in power will remember who helped, and who did not. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well, Bianca's excited.
This way, down the bank. The road ahead is blocked.
We must move quickly.
Let us head out. Okay, I can't save
Demons
just yet.
ahead!
Glad you brought me now, Seeker?
Pick that up in the middle of battle. Something else in here. Gotta go on the story a second. One more thing here.
So, are you innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Maybe you could use that. Attack that.
I hope Liliana made it through all this.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost there.
Yes, we are. Which hill? Go back down this way? right up there. That thing. Past the burning heart. Thank you, I didn't even know this. I don't think I've ever come across this place before. If I have, it must have been my first or second time. I don't remember this at all. Was that it? Was I just supposed to fight them and then I get some kind of dialogue later?
So, I take it you're from the Free Marches.
Oh?
Accent. I'm from Kirkwall, but...
Oh, okay, this.
Or from, further east, maybe?
That's quite the ear you have.
I'm all kinds of impressive.
Huh.
Are you doing all right?
No. It's funny. Oh, one way I like being able to move around with the arrow keys, but at the same time I also miss just being able to click and just not have to pay attention while my character walks over.
Another rift!
We must seal it! Quickly!
They keep coming! Help us!
I lost track of my cursor.
The rift is gone. Open the gate.
Right away, Lady Cassandra.
We are clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
It is our only chance.
Ah, here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who he is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
We serve the most holy, Chancellor. As you well know.
Justinia is dead! We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
What about the breach?
Isn't closing the breach the more pressing issue?
You brought this on us in the first place! Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
How do you think we should proceed?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own...
Damn it. Trying to look for this one notepad I had, because I had a bunch of, like, class guides and stuff written down. I wrote, like, a few pages of... I watched Kinetic GTR's videos on Dragon Age Inquisition classes, and I wrote things down, like, in a notebook, so I would have them. I'm going to take a minute and see if I can find where I put that. I probably will charge this time. Last time I went through the mountains. I just got to find that notebook real quick. 'Cause I already see I have a couple points I can use for classes. Yeah, I kind of want to take the mountain path and save that squad, but I did that last time and I found my notebook. I think this time I'll charge with the soldiers.
I say we charge. I won't survive long enough for your trial. Whatever happens, happens now.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
I have a special... I gotta look up and find... Damn it. Notebook is old and its pages are falling apart. Apparently I should have grappling chain. I've never like been good at grappling change. Well, sometimes I'm good at using it. Go down. Get grappling chain at least, and then I'll choose shield breaker for right now. No one else can level up? No. Attack that one. You attack that one.
How many rifts are there?
We must seal it if we are to get past!
Quickly then!
I have to close it.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Lady Cassandra, you managed to close the rift. Well done.
Do not congratulate me, Commander. This is the prisoner's doing.
Is it? I hope they're right about you. We've lost a lot of people getting you here.
I'll do what I can.
I can't promise anything, but I'll try my best.
That's all we can ask. The way to the temple should be clear. Liliana will try to meet you there.
Then we'd best move quickly. Give us time, Commander.
Make her watch over you, for all our sakes.
That statue looked like he was hot under the collar.
The Temple of Sacred Ashes.
What's left of it.
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you.
Oh crap, I
They
just
say a
lost
woman
my
was
chance
in
to
the
loot.
rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
I'll let Solus have the fire resistance cowl. Oh no, he can't wear that yet, can he? Just have that as a weapon. I'll wear that for right now.
Breach is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple. This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
Can I even get up there?
I'm not sure how to even start getting up to that thing.
No. This rift was the first, and it is the key. Seal it, and perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
Now is the hour of our victory. Bring forth the sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
Could have just jumped right down there, but I don't want to miss the dialogue.
You know this stuff is red lyrium, Seeker.
I see it, Varric.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
What's going on?
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
What's going on here?
Run while you can! Hold them!
We have an intruder. Kill him now.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Shit.
Echoes of what happened here. The Fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Eating a Rice Krispie treat.
Now! We must strip its defenses. Wear it down.
Attack
The
now.
demon is vulnerable. Now! More coming through the rift. I'm in.
Where the hell did the option go? The hell is not showing the option? Instructed to show it.
Someone help!
What the fuck is the option? Am I gonna have to restart this? I'm gonna have to restart this because I can't. I'm not hearing anything. That was very annoying.
We must strip its defenses. Wear it down.
focus on that one for a minute. That one. We closed it.
Oh! I didn't know you were awake, I swear.
It's all right. Why are you afraid?
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
I don't think so.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You're back in Haven, my lord. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
What happens now?
So, a trial happens now, I suppose.
I don't know anything about that. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
I am now the Herald of Andraste. I need to look at the controls. How do you do screenshots in this? Key binding, there we go. there no way to do screenshots? I'm gonna look that up. Except I don't have a screenshot key. Okay, maybe that's how I gotta do it. Oh, yeah, it's the print screen. On mine, I have to push Windows, then print screen. And thank you for stopping by, Digital Nomad.
That's him. That's the Herald of Andraste.
And I'm a
He
human.
said when he came Fade, Andraste herself was watching over him.
Not Andraste, just a spirit. And if you want Buttspot to ignore you, you can type in exclamation mark, ignore me.
That's
all
him.
one word.
He stopped the breach from getting any bigger. I'm supposed to close it entirely.
Still a lot of rifts left all over.
And print, but
Chancellor Roderick. The Chancellor wants nothing to do with us.
I should have been through this a little bit sooner. I spent too much time on the character creator. Well, actually, I didn't really spend a whole lot of time, but then I had to reload the game and do part of the battle over again.
Have you gone completely mad? He should be taken to Val.
Okay. Maul of the Dragon. There's Great Sword of the Dragon. This has armor penetration. Just one more damage percent, but has an attack. This also has a 95 damage, 85 area of attack damage. Might just try this one for right now.
Go immediately. To be tried by whomever becomes divine.
Wear heavy armor. I'll wear this for right now, since only I can wear it and other people can wear something else.
Do not believe he is guilty.
Chain him! I want him prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to him for help.
So his survival, that thing on his hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent him to us in our darkest hour.
Blessed be the Maker. I'm not a chosen one. I'm trying to choose more of these options here. am not a chosen one.
You can't honestly believe I'm any kind of chosen one.
We are all subject to the will of the Maker, whether we wish it or not. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
What about the Chantry?
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
I want to help.
If you're truly trying to restore order...
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Alright, have a good day, fun-sized. And hopefully your day gets better and you feel better. Give you another shout out real quick. I'll probably be playing for about another 30-35 minutes and I'll have to get ready for work. We're sent to Redcliffe and the Templar Order. Report to Haven Chantry, but first I'll... No, the enemy...
How do you think they'll close that huge hole in the sky?
No, my lord, I don't know where the other nobles are. I suggest you ask Ambassador Montillier. Oh, you're him. Thrin, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone.
How does someone end up...
I served for Eldon under 10 Loghain MacTyr. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much. Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition. It was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
I can see his reasons why he did it. I'm just gonna choose no wonder you're unpopular.
With that attitude, I can't imagine how you made enemies in Denerim.
People just don't want to hear the truth. I was at Ostagar, and I know what really happened. King Cailan overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal. Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Turn Loghain made the right decision. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just
Okay.
forget it.
I'm just gonna skip
Just
past
take it over
these
there.
parts.
What? Here, take a look. Make it. You find anything we need?
Let's skip past these conversations with them. By the time I do conversations with everybody, it'll be time for me to leave. Okay, well.
Secret.
Look who's back from the dead. Again. I'd be surprised. Someone had to patch you.
I didn't...
Not that Seeker Pentagast seems... Patching up wounded soldiers. There's no shortage of work. He died at the Conclave. You're back. And in one piece. You're back. And in one piece. You want... Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of...
How are you...
There's no shortage of work.
I gotta speak with a smith.
And you see no signs of the Grey Wardens anywhere.
Can I get you anything?
What can you...
Oh, there's also my knave. Goodbye.
Secret lives in the world.
There was no word for heaven or for...
Ah, you're awake. No matter, no matter. Anything you need is yours. If I stay here, I imagine it's no better.
Just wanted to talk to him real quick. Now I'll go talk to the smith.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses. I heard Seeker Pentagast might try some mounts from Master Dennett in the hinterlands.
Oh, who do you think this crown what pirates do?
Back in Ansburg, my uncle was 5th Praetor.
And what's that mean for you back in Ansburg?
Expected you'd be by. How's the new gear fit?
Sturdy.
Good. Well, so, you need cut. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch.
You're still...
True enough. Long story, not worth telling twice. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the quartermaster. Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so... You want something fancy, bring your own... You'll need materials. We should have... You can't just slap a new hilt on your... You can't just slap a new hilt on your... Right.
Go ahead and apply hamstring. That one's free. I'll do those as I go along. That's completed. I'm gonna change my horse type. Oh no, I'm not gonna have the option to have a horse yet. I do have all these schematics and stuff though.
You built for them the golden city, the center of all creation. Do you think the major
Does it trouble you?
Didn't close the breach.
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
That sounds dangerous.
Couldn't that kind of power just make things worse?
And people call me a pessimist. You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Pleasure.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Yeah. That was quick.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the... They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
It's unnerving. I like it. I don't know. They're wrong.
I'm no herald of anything. Particularly not on Andraste.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Could we be attacked?
Will the Chantry attack us?
With what? They have only words at their disposal.
And yet, they may bury us with them.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far, and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
I wonder if she knows what the bird meant. The old relatives of the Trevelyan's. Dear Lady Montilia, is it true distant relatives of the House Trevelyan are claiming close friendship with the Heralds of Andraste? The boast as one another, but boundaries of tact and decency appear to be invisible to these mountebanks. During a ball in the south quarter, I witnessed a cousin 5 times removed from Lord Trevelyan threatened to have the Inquisition fight his rival. Quickly left the party after I made my connection with the Inquisition clear. The problem stands. We must deal with the Herald's relatives taking his name in vain. Lady Battleford. There are ways to indicate our displeasure without tipping our hand. I am not saying we send assassins, but the rumor of assassins. This sort of thing is inevitable. Their relations may become much more circumspect if we promise them future favors. This Inquisition isn't named to throw around lightly. We should openly denounce these people. Let's see. Checking something. Okay, damn it. This is gonna end up taking the rest of my stream up. Not sure what I'm gonna choose here. Shit. I'm gonna go with Josephine's option on this. That took so long for me to decide. Tyrann of Highever. Let's see. We have a number of furled officers we could send an honor guard to Highever.
To work?
Nobleman's concerns. Investigate Sir Old.
Let's see what we have.
It's good for now. I'll be able to talk to some people, then I'll have to leave. Can't start the Storm Coast just yet.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the breach. Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denerim, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
The Divine's advisors founded it.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Pentacus that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If he won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarrans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
God damn it.
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
You handled the Marquis well.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Liliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
Glad you're here.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montilyet.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
We can use that. You're the Herald. My name is Maeve. I research demon. You've brought back some fascinating things. Luckily, Seeker Pentagon. At the least, some material. I liked having the Templars around to keep us safe.
I agree.
Mages need protection. I wish more of them could see that.
I was born into a day. They gave me a pack and sent me into the wood.
I'm so sorry.
I stumbled. I've seen what life is like without the Templars, and I want no. It's a shame. I like them better.
I'm glad they have.
If not for that, I don't know. So much of this world is. Oh, thank you again.
Greetings.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast.
Any visit?
Sir Griffith of Denerim, a most... He's defeated Darkspawn, slain demons. Just don't ask him about it over dinner. Good day to you.
How do you and Liliana know each other?
We moved through similar circles in Norlay. I believe we actually met in Val Royeaux. Leliana was quite an accomplished player of the game by then.
What exactly do you mean when you say the game?
Forgive me. The game refers to the slow duels of influence among the noble and powerful. It's a rather light-hearted name for the matter, but Orlesians are fond of playful touches.
Tell me about yourself.
What business are the Montiliers in exactly?
We began as merchants. My ancestors founded the first trade routes to Rivain. We once sent entire fleets across the Waking Sea.
But not anymore.
No. These days, our vessels are a touch more modest.
What did I get approval from for Cassandra? No disapproval. Is it where I said I didn't believe in Andraste? But I told that one woman I believed that the... What the hell? I don't know where the hell I got that from.
What did you do before coming here?
I had the great honor of serving Antiva's crown as ambassador. I'm also first in line to become the head of House Montilier, though my siblings attend to our mercantile affairs.
How strong are your past loyalties?
I would never have given up my position if I did not intend to fully commit. We cannot fall back on borders. Antiva is as threatened as any country by the rebellions. If anything, the alliances I forged there may help our current cause.
Do you think the Inquisition will continue after...
If we prove ourselves by healing the breach, people may turn to us for other things. Protection, counsel, justice. The Inquisition offered these once to those in need.
Tell me, do you believe I was saved by Andraste?
I should much like to believe so. The miracles Andraste performed were so long ago, they're difficult to picture. Well, in any case, many already believe you walk in the Maker's light.
That's where our families have met before.
Perhaps. Everyone of distinction in the Free Marches attends Lady Trevelyan's summer balls.
Great Aunt Lucille always did love a party.
I don't recall seeing you at any of them.
I enjoyed my freedom.
Attend one ball and you'll fend off invites for a dozen more.
That reminds me. The Herald of Andraste has received several invitations from the curious.
To parties? How many am I getting?
Only 17 this month, I'm afraid.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
I probably have
Come
time.
to me, child, and I shall
Time to talk to
embrace
maybe Liliana. And I won't be able to talk to that many people.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
I can't speak for Andraste.
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
Then we can only guess at what he wants. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
I'm sorry. Her death has clearly hit you hard.
Not just me. All of us. She was the Divine. She led the faithful. If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
I'll let this little conversation go, and then I'll have to start getting ready for work.
Butler has stand on us. I hope my hunch was wrong.
You knew him well?
Not as well as I thought. Show me the reports. There were so many questions surrounding Farria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Farria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Do you have to kill him?
Wait. What are you doing?
He betrayed us. He murdered my agent.
And you'd kill him? Just like that?
You find fault with my decision?
Killing it. Just that one.
I'm sure most of your decisions are fine, but that one? A little extreme.
Extreme? Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens. I may not like what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this.
Ideals are crucial.
Now is precisely the time for ideals.
You feel very strongly about this. Very well. I will think of another way to deal with this man. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
Okay, and this is where I'll have to stop for now. I'm going to give a host to... let's see. To Marble Maven, who's playing Dragon Age 2.